Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jersey Zone. The Bruins Centennial jerseys are here, which means we have 3 new jerseys to take a look at: a home, an away, and an alternate jersey. Now, in case you guys don't know, these new home and away jerseys aren't going to be completely replacing the previous versions. It should only be for this 100 season, and next year the regular primaries for the Boston Bruins will be returning. At least as far as I've read, that is going to be the case. Obviously things could change, but as of right now it looks like it's only going to be a 1-year thing. But before we do jump into taking a look at these jerseys, if you guys are new to the channel and you like hockey jersey content, please make sure to hit subscribe. I really would appreciate it. Okay, so of course we're going to start off with the home jersey here. Now, my initial reaction to this jersey was, really? Like, that's what it is? I was definitely underwhelmed for sure. But of course, it's been a couple of hours since those jerseys were released. I was at work, which is why I didn't upload a video right away and why this is going to upload in the morning. So, you know, there was kind of festering in my mind while I was at work, and new photos were released as well with like the players actually wearing them. So this is Carlo here, and it definitely looks a lot better as the actual jersey itself instead of just the stock photos, which it always does. Like, that's always going to be the case. But, you know, the actual pictures of the jersey definitely brought me around a little bit more. That being said, I still don't love it. I just think it's a little bit better than I previously thought. I do think I dislike this jersey for a lot of different reasons than most people. The main complaint that at least I've been seeing with this jersey is there's way too many stripes. They don't like the arm striping there. And for myself, I actually really like that aspect of this jersey. It doesn't go crazy like the barber pole above me. Like, it's not that insane, but also it's not basic like it would usually have. And I think what most people were kind of expecting, where it would just be, you know, a gold, a white, and then a gold stripe and leave it at that. I'm glad that it's not the case with this jersey, because if it were, I feel like this jersey would just be so blah to me. It would be so boring, especially up top. It is super barren up there. There's no shoulder yoke, which I don't think every jersey needs, but this one here specifically, I feel like it kind of does, especially since the collar is just all black. You know, it's the exact same color as the rest of the jersey. There's no kind of contrast there, and it only has one shoulder patch as well. And I know the shoulder patch on this jersey is the anniversary patch, so it makes sense that there is only one. However, I really dislike only one shoulder patch on jerseys. I find they just make the jersey feel super unbalanced. It's kind of ironic because I'm wearing one of those jerseys right now. It only has the Winter Classic patch, nothing on this side, but it's the worst part of this jersey in my opinion, and I feel like this jersey right here could be greatly improved with another shoulder patch, whether that be the Pooh Bear logo or the Meth Bear, both shoulder patches that they've used in the past. Maybe even have their current shoulder patch, because it is kind of similar to the anniversary. Heck, even just have 2 anniversary patches. I would be fine with that as well. I've just never been a fan of only having one. That being said, I do like the patch itself. I think that is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on this channel before. I'm fairly certain. Maybe I haven't, but I like it. You know, it's kind of a nod to some previous jerseys. Has the 100 in the bear there. Also has, you know, both years on the banner, the year that they came into the league and obviously this year. So I like that patch. I do think it's pretty cool. I just wish it was on both shoulders or just had another shoulder patch to mesh with. But anyways, let's move on to our next photo. It's just a closer image of the striping itself. Like I said, I feel like it is maybe the one of 2 interesting parts about this jersey. Of course, the second interesting part is the gold itself. So it's not yellow, it is actually a gold, sort of like Vegas in a way. It has that metallic, you know, kind of shiny material to it, and I really like that. I have seen some people also complain about the gold aspects of this jersey, where they feel like they're copying Vegas, but it's not like Vegas is the only team to use that gold. You know, Buffalo used it for their 50th anniversary as well, and it's even gone back to like Ottawa back in the day. You know, Ottawa had it in the kind of striping part of some of their jerseys as well. It's not a new thing with Vegas. It is something that Vegas kind of maybe popularized, but it's not like it's new with Vegas. So I also, you know, the 2 main complaints that I've seen with this jersey, I like completely disagree with. We can move on though. We have a closer image of the logo itself. I think that looks really good, honestly. I do like the logo on this jersey. It's a little bit of a mix between their 90s logo and their current logo, just with the gold sprinkled in, of course. So I think that looks pretty good. Our next photo here is the customization kit. Now, I do always find it's pretty hard to get a good picture of the gold itself, because of course it reflects the lighting and everything and just blinds everything. So it is kind of hard to get a good read on how much I like this customization kit. I do like the outlining of the gold there. I think that looks pretty good, and I don't mind the white on the black. I think that is fine. maybe I would have liked another color, but still, it's not a huge deal for me. Overall, I think the customization kit on this jersey right here is okay, although we do have a closer image here, and it looks like it is just going to be basically a one layer. It's not like it is two layers, at least as far as I can tell. Like, I'm zooming in here, and it doesn't really look like the gold and white are two separate layers, or at least the gold is stitched onto the white, or maybe the white is stitched onto the gold. It kind of looks like it is just one layer, so, you know, it's supposed to be, I would assume, sublimated, which I'm pretty sure is how their current kit is, so that kind of makes sense. Overall, I've never really loved that aspect of the Bruins customization. I find that is just a little bit strange. Not like it's a huge deal. It doesn't make a massive difference, but I don't love that, I would say, but outside of that, you know, I think it's a pretty decent customization kit there. Going back to just the jersey itself, though, I am very glad that they did something new with this jersey, and they didn't just do an exact replica of an 80s jersey, which I saw a lot of people say that they wanted. I'm very, very happy about that. I would always much prefer something new than just an exact copy of a previous jersey, so I'm happy about that. And I should also mention as well, one thing that I do find a little bit strange is there's nothing inside the back of the collar on this jersey here. I don't know why that is. I feel like with basically all the Adidas jerseys now, they kind of have something there, especially when it is a specialty jersey, you know, like a Winter Classic or, you know, a anniversary jersey, which these kind of fall into, those Centennial jerseys. So I'm kind of surprised there's nothing in the back of the collar, but yeah, just kind of thought I would mention that. Anyways, now it's time to move on to the away jersey. For myself, this away jersey basically has the exact same issues as the home jersey, but with more problems as well. One of those being the striping itself, which is kind of funny because this is the exact same striping as on the home jersey, but I like it on the home jersey. I feel like one of those reasons is that it's on a black base instead of a white base, and the reason for that, like, I feel like just with this away jersey, it makes me look at striping a little bit differently than I usually look at it, and I don't know if this is going to make sense to you guys, but I'm going to try and explain how at least I see striping on most jerseys, and this might be the exact same as how you guys see it, or maybe not. I really do not know. I kind of see striping as its own individual section, so what I mean is, with this Boston Bruins home jersey, for example, I feel like most people would say, I'm not really too sure, but I think most people would just say it has gold and white striping, but that's not the way that I see it. I see it as gold, black, and white striping, so it kind of has that extra stripe there, even though it does have black as its main base, so it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really make sense that it has the black striping there, but it's just always the way that I've seen it, and I just kind of look at it as its own individual section and, you know, take away the rest of the jersey, so that's always the way that I've seen it. But with this away jersey, I don't see it like that. I see it as just gold and black striping, and I don't like that. It just makes me feel weird. It just messes with my brain, and honestly, I feel like it kind of makes the white sections a little bit empty as well, so I feel like maybe they could have swapped like the black and the white. I think that maybe would have looked a little bit better, but overall, I don't like the striping on this away jersey here. I just don't think it looks that great. I'm also not the biggest fan of the gold in the logo on this jersey. I feel like, especially with this photo in particular, the stock photo, it really gets lost in the background of the jersey. That being said, though, with the actual photos of the jersey itself on, I think this is Zacha here, on Pavel Zacha, I do think it works a little bit better. This photo in particular, I feel like it's a little bit more clear. You can definitely tell the white there from the difference of the background of the white, and you can really see that gold kind of pop a little bit better, but I'm interested to see how that looks in just regular lighting, you know, from a little bit farther away, because this is a pretty close-up picture, obviously with very particular lighting, so I wonder in just normal lighting, how really lost does the logo get in the background, because with that stock photo, I really feel like it just doesn't look that great, to be particularly honest with you guys. Our next photo here is just a close-up image of the striping, and even though I did kind of talk smack about the striping, I think the gold in it looks pretty good. I like that aspect of the jersey itself, and I'll probably always like gold on a jersey. I just find it very, very fun, so I do like that aspect. Moving on, though, we have the number kits here, so of course it is black, outlined in gold there. Once again, I kind of talked about it's hard to get a really good picture of the gold numbers here. It just doesn't really look too great in some of these photos. That being said, though, I do think it probably looks better in person, and then of course you do have the name with just black letters. There's no kind of gold outline there, which they probably could have done, to be completely honest, because I do remember the Buffalo Sabres, their 50th anniversary jersey had just their, I think it was navy blue outlined in gold as well, so very, very similar to this name and number kit. However, it did also have the gold around the name as well, so they probably could have implemented that on this jersey. I think I probably would have liked that a little bit more, but I don't think that's a huge deal. It's not like going to be, the end all be all for myself with this jersey. It's not going to be the thing that stops me from buying it. It's just, it's something to mention, I guess I should say. Okay, last but not least, we have the alternate jersey. Now, if you guys know anything about me, you probably guessed that this was going to be my favorite, and you're 100% correct. I absolutely love this thing, man. I think it is so, so gorgeous. That being said, I do think this is probably most people's favorite out of the three. I did a poll on my channel, which you guys can still vote on if you want to, but at the time of recording, it has 98 votes. The home has 32% of the votes as your guys' favorite. The away has 13%, and the alternate has 55%. So most people did say that the alternate was their favorite out of the three, which I think makes a lot of sense. It's just a very, very gorgeous looking jersey. This jersey just gave off Winter Classic vibes right away. It has that off-white kind of cream color as the main base of the jersey, which I love. It also has the yellow shoulder yoke with the brown stripe underneath. I really like that. I've always loved when Boston uses brown in their jerseys. They've used it on this Winter Classic right here that I'm wearing, and I really do like it a lot. Even though it is a very dark brown, so in some light it's kind of hard to tell, I still think it looks pretty cool, and I like it on this new jersey or this new alternate. I really like the striping on this jersey with just that touch of brown, and I also like the brown cuffs as well. But that logo I think is super fun. I absolutely love this logo here. So it's kind of a little bit of a combination of two different logos in a way. Basically their 1948 to 1949 logo, which was their first ever spoked bee, but that bee there was a little bit more of a cartoonish bee. You probably have seen it with their 20, I think it was 10 or maybe 11 Winter Classic jersey. Basically, it was that style of bee. And then on the logo itself, it also said 1948. However, this one right here kind of has their more current bee, obviously colorized a little bit differently. And it says 1924 instead of 1948. So it's almost like a modernized version of that previous logo, but also it's throwing back to 1924. So it's almost like a modernized retro logo. But either way, I think it looks really, really good. I absolutely love it. And also, I haven't even looked at the deeper pictures here. I kind of forgot about that for a second, so let's take a look at the closer up images. Of course, when I first was talking about this jersey, I said it kind of had that Winter Classic vibe to it, and that was before I even saw the in-depth photos here. So you can see with this photo right here, it has that felt crest, like most Winter Classics do, and I love that. I really do like felt crests, like a ton. I think that is a huge improvement on this jersey, which I already really liked. It does also have a felt customization kit, which I also love. I will say here though, I'm not quite too sure the exact color of the customization kit. With this photo right here, it does kind of look black. However, the striping also looks black in this picture, and I know that it is supposed to be brown. They've said it in like their press release and everything like that. And like I mentioned with this jersey right here, some parts of this jersey do look black in certain lighting. So I think that the customization kit, it might be brown with the yellow outline to it, although it also might be black. I'm really not quite too sure. We'll have to kind of wait and see there. But yeah, I still like the customization kit. And this jersey here, it does actually have the yellow. It's not like the gold parts like the other jerseys. It is actually a yellow for the Boston Bruins here. And then the one last picture that we have is inside the back of the collar, which it does actually have something here. It has all of their Stanley Cup wins on kind of like, I'm not quite too sure exactly what that's supposed to be. It's almost like a town board or something like that. I don't really know, but either way, it looks pretty cool. I absolutely love this thing. I think it's great. So if I did have to rank these jerseys, at number 3, I would put the away. The striping just feels a little bit off to me. The gold kind of gets lost a little bit, and the shoulders are really boring. At number 2, I would put the home. I like the gold and the striping on this jersey right here, but once again, the shoulders tend to be a little bit bland. At number 1 is the alternate, of course. It has awesome colors with the brown, off-white, and the yellow. The updated logo is very, very cool with it being felt as well, and the name and number kits, and it also has great striping. I really have no flaws, honestly, with that alternate jersey. It is by far my favorite out of the bunch here. Overall, though, even though my opinions on at least the home and away jerseys aren't very high, I am very, very glad that they did something special for their Centennial season, like having a new set of home and away jerseys. I think that is super cool. I know the Montreal Canadiens also did something pretty special with their 100th anniversary season. They kind of spread it out over 2 years, and they did 6 different throwback jerseys, the Barber Pole being one of them. That was also super neat. The only other team to hit 100 seasons so far is the Toronto Maple Leafs. They didn't do anything as special as the Canadiens or Bruins. Pretty much they just made that a retinas jersey and wore it on the anniversary of their first ever game played. So that is kind of neat. I mean, they did also do a rebrand that season, but I feel like that was just because like they were in need of a rebrand, and Matthews and Marner and Nylander were all kind of coming up. So I feel like that was maybe a little bit more of the focus and wasn't more of, like it was because the 100th anniversary season, but at least that's just my opinion. But yeah, so those are the only teams to so far hit 100 seasons. Of course, the other original 6 teams are close to hitting that 100-year mark as well. The Detroit Red Wings, New York Rangers, and Chicago Blackhawks, they will all be hitting that during the 2026 year, so that could be a very, very fun season to look at jerseys and everything like that, but we'll have to wait and see. Either way, let me know what you guys think about these Boston Bruins jerseys in the comments down below. Which one do you like best? And if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and follow me on all of my social medias. Links are in the description down below. Like I said, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.